Hey, out with the old, in with the new. Tormek keeps innovating. This is the AX-40 axe sharpening jig. I'm going to go through it step by step with you. Before we talk about the new one, let's talk about the old knife jig for Tormek. And you'll see it used to just slip on the support here like this, and then you would take your axe and jam it in here. The thing I was apprehensive on this was you had movement in the jig. Not anymore with the AX-40. The other thing too, on the back of your axe, I still call this a hatchet. I've had this since I was 12 years old. This back here, I used to use as a hammer to pound tent stakes in. So with this old style jig, you used to have to grind off any kind of burr here and make it smooth, which is no biggie. It just takes a couple of minutes. But with the new one, you don't have to. So it's really nice, just like the knife sharpening jig. The new axe, I still call that a hatchet that I'm going to sharpen today. It is a self-centering jig. And I'm just going to call out a few things on here. You have 2 points of contact on either side. And the nice thing about self-centering is I can get a perfectly symmetrical edge on this. You have a tightening screw for the thickness of the axe. And this back knob makes sure you can clamp it. Absolutely perfect. And when we look inside, you have 1, 2, 3. That means 6 overall points of contact. So it is a very stable and precise way to sharpen your axes. So the material that this is made of is a composite material. It is super, super strong, but also slightly flexible. So you have all 6 points of contact engaged on the axe head. So the 2 points of contact, you'll understand them once I get going and I have it fully set up. And I want to make a point. There is a minimum that the axe, grinding jig will go down to. Minimum 3/8 for your head in thickness, and max, which is 10 millimeters, and maximum is 40 millimeters, which is 1 5/8 inches. So this is not for sharpening a big maul or a huge axe, but it will get just about everyone out there. So setup can't be any easier. I just slip it on, and exactly where I position it is easy. I look at the center here and just aim it like this, and I start to tighten this knob here for the thickness. So I have that tight. Now, the other thing I'm going to look at are these points of contact here, here, and up above and down below. So you have those 6 points of contact in there. Okay, then what I'm going to do, see how it moves a little, I'm going to start to tighten this, to tighten it right down, making sure, and you'll see, it's really starting to grip all 6 points of contact. So let's talk about these stops. Which ones I'm going to actually use? Well, this is a shorter axe. So I'm going to use this right here, and we'll set the bevel momentarily by marking the edge. But if I have a longer head, that's what this one's for. And then you have a space in between, and you can get convex shapes, because sometimes I have a pretty blunt edge here, okay? But sometimes some of these household hatchets have a convex shape, and you can get that by moving it back and forth. Okay, so now we got to put this on the universal tool rest, start the machine, and determine our bevel. And the way I like to do this is I just like to take this and blacken the edge. I always do both sides. So you can see as we set our proper angle. I don't know what the angle is, so I can't use my setting jig. The process is quick and simple for setting the angle. I've put a black marker on there, and what I'm going to do, because I'm going to use this post here, I'm going to bring it, and I'm going to take it right here, and let's see how I got it. See how good I'm getting at this, and I'm going to turn it over, and you're going to see, look at that. I got a perfect and it's cleaned it really clean. So there you go. So we got to make sure this universal support is parallel to this. So what I always do is I push here and I tighten where the micro adjust is, and then I tighten this one. So remember, that stone is coming toward me. So what I like to do is I always get that post here, okay, and I bring it down in the center. And then I'm just lifting up straight and pushing down straight. Lifting up straight, pushing down straight. And it's that simple. So very important, and this goes back to knife sharpening. It's your technique of movement up and down. A lot of people want to take something and go like this and pick it up like this and then follow it like this. The only thing I'm doing is as I get over here, I'm picking it up, and when I bring it over here, I push it down. Pick it up and push it down. And I stopped the machine so you could see that movement of straight up and straight down. And that way there, you get a perfect, consistent bevel on there. So the beauty of this jig, I'll say it again, it's already scented. So the only thing I have to do the other side is just flip it over, turn it on, and do the exact same thing. Just like this. This is effortless. So I turned off the machine, and I wanted to point out, you see my honing wheel here? If I had a longer axe handle, I might want to remove it because that might get in the way, but here it really doesn't. And also you may notice that I'm not using just the center of the wheel, I'm actually using the whole wheel. That way there, I don't have to surface it as often. So how do you know you've reached that point where you're ready to hone? I always take it like this, and I feel that I have a consistent burr all the way from point to point on that one side. So now I'm gonna hone, and I have this turntable. I'm just gonna move like this, and always honing is away from you. So I'm gonna turn it on and put on some honing compound. Just like this. Okay, so honing is quite simple. What I like to do is start like this, and then I bring it up to the bevel. I call it surfing the bevel, and I just bring it right in like this until I feel it catch, and then I just go back and forth. Same motion, picking it up and putting it down. Picking it up and putting it down. And that's one edge. See how I put a nice shine on that? Now I'm just going to flip it over and do the other side until I have no more burr. So once I'm satisfied with that polished edge, I'm just going to clean that gunk off of there. And this is how I usually test. I usually take and if it's catching my fingernail along the whole length, I know I got it sharp. Now, very important, I'm not gonna take this to a piece of paper. That's not what a hatchet's for. That's not like an edge tool in your shop. This tool will take a lot of abuse out there. I've used it to cut roots, pound tent stakes, chop kindling around a fire, but it's my handy dandy one. So let's check it where it's really gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you, this is a beautiful edge. Wow. This new AX-40 knife sharpening jig will put precision sharpening on the Tormek system. And the thing I love about Tormek is they are never satisfied. They're always improving and making everything better in this sharpening system. Hey, and as we always say from the SedgeTool shop, subscribe. Just kidding. But subscribe. So be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.